See if the sound is on, as always. Getting ready. Oops. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm John Miglosh for the Wisconsin DMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing. Oh, I went back to the old one today. Well, maybe I chop it off. The WDMA, we're fighting for direct mail and marketing every day. We'll try that. I'll chop that off. On my podcasts, which are available free on WDMA.org, I do edit a tiny bit. So some of this stuff gets taken out. But mostly it just flows along. So if you rather have downloadable podcasts, these are. And so let me know what you think. I don't know if anyone listens to them. They were on Google for about 2 weeks, but I didn't get enough interest apparently to juice up Google to be sucking up all the rest of them. I'm not sure whether they're on anything else or not. But anyway, let's start with another beer ad. And this I thought was especially clever. It's in Brighton, UK, and it looks like a vine going up a board, a billboard. But watch what happens. Here we go. As the sun sets, it moves across and moves across. Oops, now I missed it. I got a phone call. Let's get it right in the right spot. And look at that, right there. See that? It says, made from the natural world. How cute is that? You know, somebody stayed up nights thinking about that. And, you know, you can make it into a social media event. So anyway, I thought you'd like that. And it's short. I always like short. Okay, so let's get over to the real news. And so I just created a Slack account. Migmar. If you search for Migmar, which is Miglosh Marketing, you search for migmar.com, you'll find me. And who knows what'll happen. I don't know how to do more than that, but I created a Slack account. Oops, let's show you. There it is. Download the Slack. Not now. Continue in browser. Let's see. Okay, meet B2B marketing in your team's first channel. Let's go. I have no idea what I'm doing on Slack, but I heard it from 3 different companies about Slack that somehow it's like LinkedIn, and I've got almost 13,000 first level connections on LinkedIn. So I know the value of that. When I started on LinkedIn, there were less than 50 million, and I think Slack is about that level. And I invited my team, so they're all joined up. Let's see what we got to say here. So Slack is used most of the time. There's a free version used for helping your teammates communicate. You know, because your emails are thousands or tens of thousands of emails. I have emails back to 2005, all archived in 45 gig of stuff. So if I look up somebody that's been with me that long, you know, it's not likely I can find what I want. So maybe this will give us a way to talk. But what happens is that while many companies sign up hoping their employees will work more effectively, Slack's networking channels have become a popular place for tech workers to find their next career move, per the Wall Street Journal. I'll upload that if you're interested. I got a PDF of that. It won't be marked up. So Slack's most known for its ability to centralize a workplace communication, but it isn't limited to internal messaging. Anyone can create a Slack channel, and as a result, the app has become a hotbed for B2B communities, okay, for several reasons. Cost, the free version will get the job done. Familiarity, a lot of workers already know how to use Slack, not me. Features, the ability to create subject-specific channels, and so we'll do one for the WDMA. Message members directly through threads, and also are helpful. The other thing is that people are hiring because they can look. The channels allow workers to connect directly without going through leaders at other companies, bypassing the traditional recruiting process, and you can search a user's message history in the community so a hiring manager can get a sense of how a prospective hire thinks without a resume or cover letter. So first of all, apply my rule for the internet. Whatever you say, whatever you write can be taken out of context. But if you make it inflammatory, it will, if ever read, reflect on you poorly. So be polite, be kind, try to understand the other person's perspective. You have your own opinions. You can express them in a calm way, but don't fight with everybody that disagrees with you, because you're you and you have a very, 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 very limited perspective. Okay, so but if you want to find a community for your job, check out this list of 38 communities for every discipline. Okay, so that will also be attached. Okay, now here was an interesting headline. I'm not able to get the paid versions of Media Post anymore. I could for a long time, but anyway, that's all right. I clipped the graph, and what it shows is that fewer Americans say they feel represented in advertising. Okay, consumers are showing signs of disillusionment with the power of media to shape social norms, and so whites feel underrepresented now. Hispanics feel good about things. Blacks feel bad about things. And Asian Americans feel good about things. And all Americans generally feel bad about things. So if you take this as a general feeling of malaise, you realize that probably only whites now feel underrepresented in advertising. What is the representation of these groups? Well, I found something from 2017 specifically geared around Hispanics. A lot of the geodemographic profiles of America I found didn't break out black and Hispanic, and so you got like 32% people of color or something. So I like this one better, and a lot of them were from the 2010 census, which we're going to get past. Okay, so 5.8% are Asian. They feel good. 18% are Hispanic, right? Yeah. And 12.5% are black. So if you wanted to do a representative commercial, just saying, you would have 1 Asian, 2 blacks, 3 Hispanics, and 10 whites. That would be, so you'd need a total of 16 people in your commercial. And that would be the correct, as far as I can tell, the correct proportion. This is from Encyclopedia Britannica, so I'm not trying to take anything skewed here. But how many commercials have 16 people? Nobody wants to hire that many. So, in general, my suspicion is that there's 1 Asian, 1 or 2 blacks, 1 Hispanic, and 1 white. Because some people codify Hispanic as white, and you could. And in this case, it says persons of Hispanic origin may be of any race, which is true, right? So you speak Spanish. That doesn't mean much. Anyway, so it's like saying American. Well, you can be, the majority still is white, but that doesn't mean anything. So anyway, the point is it's difficult and people don't like it. People are upset with it. And it's hard. It's hard to figure out how to represent that most effectively, right? And I know the ad world wants diversity, but let's focus on diversity of thought. Okay, got mail. This Brendan Moore, his real name is got a space in it, but he goes by this, is a political reporter in the state of Illinois. And so as a political reporter, he saves lots of campaign literature, and he looks at what they're posting. And so what he did in this article, which is a long, long article, ranked them based on aesthetics, message, and accuracy, averaging the score with equal weighting, which I'm not sure has any bearing on effectiveness, but the average of his rating 1 to 5 on aesthetics, message, and accuracy ranks his take on effectiveness. So he starts with Richard Irvin, who is the Aurora mayor, okay? And he's got the best funded GOP race, and he is basically saying that, oh, and there's J.B. Pritzker. I don't know any of these people because I don't follow Illinois politics. But, you know, he critiques these pieces and in depth. My favorite one was down here. This lady, Mary Miller. Okay, Mary Miller shows a picture of Trump, of herself and Trump, because her district voted something like 70% for Trump, so it makes a lot of sense. Shows her driving a tractor, although I would have liked to see more of the tractor. We could have made that a little bigger, unless it's an Instagram post, but there must have been some. Anyway, this is her husband, I believe. Mary Miller endorsed by Trump, so both sides. Mary Miller has Trump's complete and total endorsement. But here's the picture I like best. This picture is her with her 7 kids and 18 grandchildren. Wow. And so I think she's pro-life and pro-diversity and all kinds of stuff. And that was really fun. Anyway, if you want to see that whole thing, it's available at wdma.org. And you can see the whole thing along with the Wall Street Journal article and all the others. But unlike the author of that piece, Brandon, this piece by Craig Huey, is backed by test results. Now, he doesn't mention a lot of test results in this one. So I wish he did, but he does often. And he does mention that you need to test because senior marketing is a little bit of a different egg. And this guy kind of looks like me, I think. Seniors age 55 plus make up an enormous market that most marketers ignore. I think that's true. I feel underrepresented. I don't feel a lot because I don't watch many commercials, but I know I'm underrepresented in most beer ads. I don't see the seniors getting much press. Anyway, and the fact is I don't really like beer that much. I'm more of a bourbon or Scotch fan. But anyway, seniors spend close to 50% of all purchasing dollars, and yet less than 5% of advertising is geared toward them. And they also control 77% of all assets in the U.S. But their time is limited. Right? So here's his rule for marketing to seniors. 1, seniors respond to different medium. I think you don't need an S on there. Highly direct mail responsive, and that will get repeated down below. They do respond to radio, television, and podcasts. And a large percentage of seniors respond to banner ads, Facebook ads, paid searches, and pre-roll campaigns. Okay? So that's why, and here's the part I like, testing media in an integrated multi-channel campaign are optimal to marketing to this audience. Don't want to assume what they're going to respond to most, okay? But mail does offer testing advantages that other media does not. Seniors are easily identifiable. Most people don't realize that you can do the same kind of thing with lists. We started with this, that you can in Facebook. You can say, I want over 50, high income, etc., direct mail responsive. You can say all that stuff. Or you can go directly to companies that sell more to seniors, like Hammacher Schlemmer or Blair or many others. Miles Kimball, I'm not sure it's marketed under that anymore, but there's Swiss Colony, a lot of Wisconsin companies explicitly do direct mail to seniors. The mature market is cautious. It gets targeted by con artists, so many don't even like giving out their credit card number. Think about that. How would you do But at the same time, they like Instagram and Facebook and other things. Okay, so stress security in your copy, stress credibility. Seniors like value. Seniors they like offers, special offers, free gifts, and of course, discounts. Seniors care about themselves. What's in it for me? WWIFM. Of course, so does everybody. So, there's a couple of these rules we could get rid of, but he wanted to hit 12, I think. The mature market responds well to nostalgia, so have nostalgic imagery. He doesn't explain what that is exactly. But anyway, later he adds in show seniors in the ad. I wonder what that means. Don't know. Holidays? Family together, maybe? Seniors like to receive direct mail. As I said, this is a little bit redundant. They look forward to receiving and reading carefully. They'll read longer copy. They are the best mail order buyers in terms of frequency, multiple purchases, and higher dollar amounts. And we see that quite dramatically. There was a shift toward younger people in COVID who were stuck in, but not sure. I saw Best Buy's online purchases dramatically fell now that the stores are back online. Direct mail is used heavily by those marketing to seniors because it works better than other media. And believe me, we keep track. Seniors respond to Facebook and social media in addition. Seniors watch videos. Boy, do I love watching videos. I watch sailing videos in remote locations. It's so fun. Use charts to boost credibility. And seniors are more worried about inflation because we have some savings and we're watching the buying power of that savings get knifed in half month by month. It's okay. Use photos of seniors. Again, that may be what they mean by nostalgia. Testimonial. Use a picture on testimonials, your spokesperson. And I've got a Rule 13 because some of these are redundant. We need to add one in. Craig, you probably have done this, but I did a extensive study for the annuity group at Billy Graham Association back in the day and evaluated their advertising that they used inside of the Billy Graham magazine. And what we found was that if the type was smaller than 8 point, there was like no response. It went to 0. It didn't just go down proportionately with the size of the type. It went like, 10, 11, did donk off the cliff. So never use very small type. I would go further than that and say have a good visual hierarchy. Don't make it too, give us plenty of copy, but don't make it overly cluttered. Make it easy to understand. Visual hierarchy is something that I think could almost always be better in the mail. We could have talked about that in the ad race things, but since there was no testing, there was no results given, it would be great for Brendan to go back a couple more years and say, now here's the two candidates in a closely contested primary or general election, and here's what each did, and here's why I think this one won. I would love to see that, Brandon. So keep your file and see what happens in the primary, and then tell us about what's more effective. Okay, so that's enough super helpful stuff. Like and share. I got a couple shares yesterday, so somebody's waiting until the end, watch until the end. I love to see the shares. For some reason, LinkedIn likes shares. See ya. Bye-bye.